we can hear you.
Okay, this is great. So I think, yeah. Okay, so I think we can start, right? I think you two guys are there today for the doubt clearing session on machine learning model selection, right? So we can do this thing in two ways, right? I have my own I can share some really great things how we can do these things optimally and what are the different techniques and other things. But before that, so that I can do it. But before that, right, what we can do, I can take you guys like where you are struggling, or are you struggling, or you like totally struggling, right? So tell me, like, we can start with you, which, like, tell me what's up, how's going.
Yeah, hi Ayushman. Yeah, things are fine. Like we just go through with the async content and
Mm-hmm.
things are much clear. But yes, means we are not able to perform any, means the things with the Python. So if you can,
Mm-hmm.
give some
Sure.
overview on like how we can use Python
Correct,
for this
correct.
model selecting
It's
and all.
like, okay, okay, cool. So what I had to do is I will give you some links and even we can discuss those links and with proper line by line codes, how you can do step by step this model selection part. Okay. I
Yeah,
think this
sure.
will help, right? Yeah, great. Okay. Vaishali, what about you?
Yes, same as Vishwadeep said, like no hands-on happened till now.
Hmm.
So it was only um, the code is not at all clear, to be honest.
ठीक है. So tell me one more thing. So Python, how much Python you guys know, right? Python, matlab, are you guys comfortable in Python? Do you like a little bit start learning Python properly or not? Just want to know the basically how much where you are right now.
Not much, but yes, the things are like whatever the during this ML once sync content, whatever the things professor told us, that part is clear. But
Okay,
for this
great.
ML2 especially, we haven't gone through with this Python coding and all. So
Acha,
not sure
and
like
one more
how.
thing, just want to confirm that what about see today's model selection doubt clearance, right? So, but I just want to know how much is like you guys are there in the model building part right now. Matlab, are you able to like create basic models like linear regression, sklearn, k-mean clustering? So, where we are there?
No, we are not much on Python actually. This is only basics has been covered in the course.
Right.
Oh, okay, okay. So,
Actually, so far
okay.
no.
Python part is pending. The Python implementation part is pending.
Yes.
We are discussing about the model and how model behaves and
Ah,
these kind of things.
More or less
right,
all
right,
the
right.
sessions are with the theory only, not with the practical. So that's limiting us to learn about like how we can use Python for this model selection and all.
Hmm. But still, I think you guys are still not matlab, building models, right now, or it's you started building.
No, no.
No, no.
Hmm. Oh, okay, okay. So I think selection, because selection part will come later. The model building is the first step, right? If you guys,
Yeah,
what do
still
you guys say?
even we have one more course in ML that is not yet completed. It will take another
Uh,
15
ML
days.
part, the advanced.
Advanced. Still
so
that
why?
is
So
pending.
see why I'm asking this much question now. You can get it right because the thing is, see, matlab, today is the doubt clearing session for a model selection class. But if you guys not started building the model itself, the selection part has comes a little bit later on. है ना? So that's always my thinking ki why this is happening. ठीक है, but I think it don't matter. Let's me do the from the scratch itself. है ना? Good.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
So can I?
if you can enlighten us on how it will happen in industry, actually, this model selection building,
Yeah,
that will
yeah,
be probably
I
better.
can do. So what I can do, I will just we have enough time to do all of this. What I will do, I will totally start from the very what we say basics and fast, but I will give more time to the model selection part. Okay, great. Chalo.
Right.
Okay, okay. Give me a minute. Let me just. mm, I'm presenting my screen. Let me know when you can see it. Okay. I think you guys can, right? You guys see some. I'm writing something.
Yes, yes.
देखो, it's let's start. So first thing here, I just want to ask like everybody, anyone. So just unmute right away, है ना? Whenever I ask something, you can type it out, but for typing, I have to go back to this chat and again back because you can speak in a or if you don't know, it's fine. If you want to get a try, that's good. But because I think we all are in the same page, but all your colleagues, friends are there. They are all together. We are on the same page. If we are wrong, it's fine. है ना? अभी who cares, right? Actually. ठीक है तो यार तो एक बार जल्दी से मुझे कोई if anyone tell me what is a model fast मतलब we are building this type of models and other stuff, right? But what is a model?
In simple terms, model takes some input and it will produce output.
Okay, great. Anyone else?
Yeah, it takes the input as a historical data and gives some predictions.
Okay, but always not historical data, right? It is a realistic time. Things are also given in a model, right? But when we do real-time predictions, so not always historical data. Yeah, but when we train the model, we can give the historical data, right?
Yeah, means we are training the model with 80% of data and maybe 20% data
Right.
we can use for this testing purpose to just
Correct,
to build the model.
Right. So let me just you guys are saying words are correct, but I'm just saying as a generic term when I say
Is it a set of rules that
you can
are
say set of rules. Very good. This is also a very right definition. So exactly what I'm saying is see when I say model, right? What I'm seeing M model. What is model? Well, why we are building actually a model? What is all about model, right? So it's just a mimicking of the real environment, right? Example, if I say, hey, can we create a model to understand the behavior of rains, right? When so we are trying to predict the weather or something, right? When it rain or not, what the humidity will be tomorrow, right? So it is just mimicking the environment, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct. है ना? It is actually mimicking trying to mimic any phenomena. Let's say example prediction of stock market. So it is understanding the environment of stock market and trying to predict that. So any type of in the environment we want to model, not model, in anything we want to build something where it is trying to mimic something, a process, it is like a model. Correct? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
है ना?
yes.
Now
Yes.
what is now what is it? So simply we have some input things which are coming as an input and there is an output which somebody already said, right? So what is the input? Input is the input features. Matlab this is the predictors, right? Which is the input features and this will it will give us a prediction. Now it is a correct or not, that is other thing, but this is like a model will do this thing. But in the end, what is this model? This is, but now I told you, matlab in a theoretical term, what is a model? But if I ask you, what is a mathematical term? What is this model represent? So in the mathematical terms, right, it is just a set of rules, what she said, right? They are just set of rules, right? So guys, if I say, when I say I created a machine learning model, actually what I created some type of a simple weights rules or something like that, right? Which is where our input feature will go and they will multiply with this weights and this is what the output we will get, right? है ना? So now the thing is, this is actually some numbers, right? Like 0.2, 0.6, a very, very long array of numbers. These are called what? Weights, right? The blue weights. In anywhere, these are just weights. So this is actually, these weights are really model. Now, why we are saying this as a model? Because when I ask you, hey, can you give X person your model? What you will give? Really, what you will do? You can't give theory, right? You have to give them those numbers, right? Which we train. So usually when we say, what is this? Let's say we created a model and we have to train this model, correct? We have to train this model, then only it will work, right? So previously, when you started from the scratch, right? These numbers are like random numbers, weights, which we call weights. But when we trained it, there are some specific numbers are there, which we call trained weights, right? Trained model. That trained model is your real model, which is used to predict. So if I will say, hey, can you deploy it? So you will deploy this weights into some server. So this is, if I will say, hey, give it to X person. So you will give this weight to that person. So what this person will do, it will take all the input features, multiply with this weights and get the output. This is the output of prediction of this model. Okay, we are good till here, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, just as a practical way, usually I think if we so we have linear regression, है ना? Logistic regression,
Naive Bayes.
है ना? K-mean, correct. Naive Bayes, very good. What else?
Decision tree.
Decision tree, very good. Random forest.
Yes.
What are
KNN.
that?
KNN.
KNN, right. So, okay, let's say this is the usually the models we're gonna build, right? What library guys use? Just tell me fast. एक तो sklearn हो गया.
SQL.
What
SQL.
else?
Skik.
Huh?
No, then we use the regular pandas and stats.
Right.
We are not
No,
using.
that is not for building machine learning model. That is for your feature engineering and other stuff, right? So there's another library called stat models. Maybe some of you heard of it. Anyone heard of it?
Yeah, hard, but
No?
we have not used this one. Stat model.
Okay, no problem. I will tell you why I specifically, because this is the library even I use in my industry itself, you know? But this is one of the best libraries I see. These both libraries I use. I will tell you the reason. So when I use time linear regression, linear regression or time series modeling. Okay. Both the things can be done by both with this sklearn and stat models, but stat models will save a lot of time for you for these two types of model, linear regression and time series. So just note it down when we are just what I'm saying for now, because you maybe can forget, right? So if you have a doc or something, so yeah. Guys, can you see I opened the stat models website?
Yeah.
Okay, so see, so I'm just showing you the power of stat models library. It's very simple. It's just 2 lines. You can create a linear regression model. See, here this is importing, but in just 2 lines of code, right? We created this complete linear regression model from the data. Now, why I'm saying this is one of the best library for linear regression, see the output it presents. When you present the summary of the model, right? It's very, very beautiful. It will tell you everything, all the coefficients of this thing, what we say beta coefficient of a linear regression model, R square value, this and that, AIC, BIC, and even some of the words maybe they are like AIC, BIC, you never heard of it. Duckabira, Dublin Watson. So you will even, so I just want to tell you, even just learn these things, go Google search it. What are the adjusted R square, F statistics, why it's required, what are these test hypothesis tests are there. They're really amazing to learn, and a lot of interview questions usually come from there. Okay. So just go this. It's completely your choice. You want to use sklearn for linear regression, but at least the same things you should have done with sklearn also if you need it. Right? So your choice. But I'm just saying a lot of beautiful things this library gives for linear regression part only. Right? This is in the time series modeling. You can also learn how to do time series modeling with stats model. So these two things, something new you can learn. For example, if you run stat models, time series. Right? A lot of already built-in features are there. Okay, in stat models. See this. These are all time series modeling. Even they have examples. When you click on them, they will help you like with all the beautiful things. Okay. So yeah, these are the crazy beautiful libraries there. Other than sklearn, so then specifically I want to tell you can go through it. Huh? That's the first part. Now, practically, now what we do, guys, when we build models, right, like these models which I listed down here, what we do usually, there are 2 parts, right? Number one, it's the first part is model building part, right? Simple. We have to build the model. What does that mean? The training the model, right? When we train the model, that is model building, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, for particular data.
But everyone understand when I say model building means model training the model, right? Now, when I say training the model, what is that? That we have some data, historical data, you can say, can be anything, right? What we do, we divide this data into 2 or 3 parts. One is training data, one is testing data. Training data we will use to train the model. Testing is to test the model, how it is working. Yes?
Yes.
Everyone clear on this part?
Yes.
Right.
One more doubt here.
Yes.
Because we have been taught again validation data. What exactly is that? From where we create this validation data?
Very good. Very good question. So we are coming to that only. So actually, instead of on two, right? What we can do is we can divide the data into three parts: training, validation, and test set. So this validation, why did we divide this data into validation part, right? That's a new question. And the why we need validation, right? There are two things. How many of you know the term overfitting?
Yeah, overfitting means the model remembers the data, memorize the data rather than generalizing the model.
Correct. Very good. So it is like unnecessary you trying to fit the model which is not built for. Example, if I ask you simply, everyone know how to do a simply theory of linear regression. Everyone knows, right?
Yeah.
So if I say, let's say this is my data point, this dots and if I want to, what we say, draw a linear regression line, right? So if I just draw this, right? Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Simple. This is a simple model, right? Nothing problem.
Yes. Yeah.
But let's say instead of linear regression model, I will try like a decision boundary or a random forest model or some very powerful neural network. So what, let's say if what neural network do, it created a model like this. Sorry. Now tell me, as a loss wise, which is better model, this one or that one?
This is a better model.
Correct? As a loss wise, right?
Yeah, loss wages.
Yes, but when I say as a generalized model, matlab, which is work for all type of data, this model is good or that model is good,
Previous one is good.
right? Why? Because this model is now overfit the data unnecessary. It is trying to go from every point to every point, right? Like this. So this way, what will happen, guys? Tell me. Once the training data change next time or test data change, what will happen? But the test data can be here also, right? Something like this. Now this model is work very badly. What does that mean? So overfitting is something key means when your training accuracy on training data is too high, but testing accuracy is very low. But in the training, when you did training, it is getting 96, 92%. But on the same, when you test data, test your model in the test data, it is coming like 0.5, 0.4%, 40%. That's it. It's a huge difference, right? What is the meaning? That it is whether it is overfitted, right? It is very performing on the training data, but it is like it is not able to perform on the generalized data. Correct?
Yes.
All agree, guys?
Yes, correct.
So we will know. So here the first part of the validation part, validation data comes from there is a way to called K cross validation. Maybe you guys heard of this term, right? How many of you heard?
K-fold
K-fold
cross validation. Yes. Yeah.
K-fold and right. This is the first part of validation data where you can try to generalize your model and see if it is not overfitting. Now, how this can do this? The simply way is, guys, why we are, anyone can tell me why we can't do this with the, so there is a train data, there is a test data. Why can't we stop overfitting by the test data? Why we have to separately try to extract third data set validation? Anyone can tell me if anyone know the answer. Everyone understood the question, right?
Yeah, understood the question. Why only validation data instead of test data?
So my question is why are we not using test data? Why we are not using test data in this thing in the overfitting, stop overfitting model? Why we can use other thing also, right? Why we are not using the test data? Anyone?
Because we've built a model based on the test data already. So
no, we never built. Okay, no, this is, I think concept is no, this is not the right answer, right? Because see, first thing, we never use test data to build the model, right? We use training data always, correct?
Yes,
I think
correct.
everyone understands.
Right, train
we
data.
use training data to build the model. We test the model by test data, right? We will never use building the model by test data. Yes?
Yes.
All of you understood, right? So my question is why we need a third data set to check if the data is not overfitting. Why we can't just use test data? That's my question. Try to go, yaar, and nobody's trying at all. Come on, guys. There are six people are there in the classroom. Rekha, Sanita, Vaishali, Kirti.
Maybe we want to validate before testing the model.
A test. No,
So we can do this in the test now.
we are randomly taking the, taking the test, test and the train data, right?
Okay, so but
80% will be taken into the training day for training the model, and then the rest 20% or whatever is taken for the test, right? So it could be a random sample, and we want, is this what I think? We want the different, validation test could be something which will test all the different scenarios rather than.
But your test data is also random, right? It can also test all the random scenarios.
No, I'm just asking, is validation has more range of data than the test, or I don't. No, nothing like that.
Okay, just it's a very simple answer. So guys, what happened? It's a simple trick. Simply, I will show you some. I will just try to mimic the real time machine training model technique, right? So guys, tell me what we do. We take the training data and train a model, correct? And once the model is completely trained, what we do, guys, we run the testing phase, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now the thing is, tell me, even if you once you test it and you find out, okay, bro, this is it is overfitting, right? But training is completed, right? Now what you can do, just you know that is overfitted, but can you do something with the training modeling? No, right? It is done. Yes or no?
Yeah, it is done.
Right. So there the cross validation part comes. Matlab, see, do you know, right? Test data, training time, you can't access the testing data. Yes or no? Matlab, training is very hidden type of cell set, right? Where no one can see until the training stops. Correct?
What can you tell me once again?
Yeah. So it's a simple process, right? Once you train the data and once the training is finished, then only you test the data, right?
Correct.
Test the model, sorry.
Yeah.
But you know, right? Everyone knows that you can't, when you are training, it is a hidden set, right? Test set is called a hidden set also. Why? Because you can't see until the training is done. Yes or no?
Correct.
Now think na, agar bhai training khatam hi ho gaya and you bas here what you are doing, you just know that training is that data is over, now model is overfit. You can't do anything about it. Yes or no?
Okay.
Right. So here comes the cross validation part. So cross validation part na. So what usually you do, example K4 cross validation, any type of different cross validation algorithms are there. What you do some training and check your thing in the cross validation part. Again, do some training and you are checking the cross validation data, your model in the cross validation data. Is it overfitting or not? You do the training and check it. You do the training and check it. You do the training. In the whole process, you have extra data set. You're not using it for training, but you are testing it internally always. I'm getting not overfit. Understood, everyone?
Yes, understood. Yes.
So that's why we need a 30 test. There is another useful use case of validation data. I will come in that second point later on. Okay? Awesome. Chalo. Yes, please ask. Yes, please ask. Who was asking?
Yeah, I was asking. In the K-fold validation, we are actually using the testing with different sets. We are dividing it into different parts, and then each time the test data changes, right?
Correct. So actually, that's why I said, I'm not talking about directly K-fold cross validation. I'm just doing a cross validation. So even the cross validation is a different type of validation. One of them is K-fold. But what are the theory I just tell you? That also work here because see, what are you doing in the training itself? You are dividing into K parts, right? Your training data.
Correct.
And you are training on this and you are testing on this part. Correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
The next time you are testing. this and training on these parts, right?
Yes,
But
correct.
but see the concept, what is happening internally, even in this part, we are checking the overfitting also, right, in this part.
Yes.
What are the example? We are training on this part and we are testing on this, well, internal testing on this one key, are overfitting happened or not, right? So we are doing this all in the running time of our training data, right? Running time of model, not ending when the whole thing ends and we can't do anything after that.
Correct.
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 Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Good. So this is what a simple trick. Now, what is the second use of is validation?
I have one question here.
Yes, please.
So while building the model, then we directly do k-fold cross validation, like instead of going for train test split. Is it that the way, or we have to go with train split data first, then cross validation?
So usually see, the thing is, we need, so validation data is like 10% of your real thing. It's 70% or something, you can say, and 20% your test data, right?
Test data.
So usually the test data should be a little bit bigger than the simple validation data, so you can properly test your model. Yeah.
Okay.
So now what I was saying is the second part is, guys, Acha, how many of you, I know this is a theory, you already read this in theory, but I hope you everyone understand, right? Bias versus variance trade-off. I think everyone knows, right?
Yeah, bias.
So एक बार छोटा सा 30 seconds में just like revision कर लेते हैं, because then we are on the same page, है ना? Simply when I say let's say what we say, let's say not simply question I'm asking, because this I'm also taking interviews, right? I'm just asking you guys are ready or not. Okay? That nothing to tell you. I'm not testing you. It is just you should know these things. If you are no, I'm telling you, you will start building confidence because these questions, right? If you can answer it. Right?
Okay, right.
Now, so simply just tell me if anyone. So don't just think of. I don't want you to give right away answer, because I want everyone to give a time to think. Right? So everyone don't give answer until I will ask, right? So tell me something. Simple sa question. If I have a little bit, what we say, see the screen. Let's say I have something like this. This is the data I have, and I want to fit some model, some what we say. I have to build some model. What I did, I create a linear regression. Tell me, this is low bias problem or low variance problem, or high bias or high variance problem. What is the problem?
This is high bias.
High bias.
Why?
Because this is me.
It is not able to predict the data correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
It is far away from the data.
It is simple words in technical terms. We can say the model is not capable enough to handle this type of model. Example, the data is non-linear, and we are trying to fit a linear model on top of that, right? So, the model capacity is not that much, so it can handle this, correct?
Right.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. Hannah, same thing. What is the high variance? Same, the overfitting wala problem I told you, right?
Yes.
The overfitting, right? So good. So we should need low variance, low bias model, correct? Yes.
No. Yes.
Yes. Achha, everyone agrees we need low bias, low variance model or something else?
No, I agree. Low bias and low variance.
Low bias and low variance.
Agreed.
Very good. Chalo. Now let's come a little bit practical parts. So guys, simple. I will give you one basic example, 3-4 examples. So I understand that you are learning Python. So what I did is I found out some good notebook, which even I learned from them previously, or I give all my students. I'm doing with this for 2-3 years, right? So these are the things which clear all of your coding doubts. Every type of doubt it will clear. Okay? But simply understand this part. Everyone know, right? EDA, feature engineering, these type of terms. Thoda bahut to pata hai na? Everyone knows, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
So right? I am doing this for 7 years. My job, right? As a machine learning data scientist, whatever. I'm teaching for 3 years, like the past 2-3 years. The thing is, this is the truth I'm telling you. 90% of my time goes into serious telling. I'm telling you, this is not just theoretical thing. I'm telling you, data. Sorry for sometimes I'm typing like double E or something. If something happened to my keypad, it is typing multiple times. Just deal with it, huh? So data cleaning, EDA, and feature engineering. Okay? I'm telling you, if you did these 3 things correctly, building the model is 10% work. Actually, such batao, I'm not don't want to say this, but it is just 1%. Seriously, but currently I'm putting 10 just for the theoretical purposes. We'll tell you why I'm saying this. We'll bring you this also in the light. But for now, just understand, it is just 10%. Why I'm telling you this is because usually when we join, right, when we join any learning, start learning machine learning, and you see, okay, model accuracy is this and that, and we are always focused on something like, hey, we get we need highest accuracy, right? And we always think, okay, training the game. Do you understand, right? Training the model is the game. Correct? Yes or no?
Yeah, definitely.
How many of you say कि training is the biggest part of the whole thing? मतलब अगर training ही सही से नहीं करेंगे तो कैसे, how will the model will come, right? Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
Or
no,
or you can disagree with me. अगर if you
no,
somebody
we do understand that data processing also important part, but we try to give more focus on building the model.
anyone else think something else? मतलब just asking. अगर है तो you can speak.
But we should get the right data, right? I mean, we should get the right data, right?
Very good.
Features.
So that's what I want to tell you. That's what exactly this whole what we say, कहाँ गया रेड कलर है क्या? चलो रेड नहीं है, रेड तो बहुत ही हो जाता है डरावना, but ठीक है, let's say the orange. This is the main game, and this part ना model training part, actually it's nothing. We'll tell you why. ठीक है? Think about. Sorry to do this in this way, but I'm telling you so you will also understand this today very clearly. ठीक है? देखो guys, क्या होता है? Let's say, मतलब I'm telling you about how I do things and how I make students understand the power of what I'm going to tell you next. ठीक है? देखो, yeah, all of you, at least till now, at least I don't know any one of the model. At least did you try to create one basic linear regression or logistic regression till now? Yes or no? Those who didn't, just say, or at least you did, just say yes in the message box. I'm opening the message box in front of you. Just tell me yes or no.
No, I have
at
not
least
built
one.
No.
No?
No.
I have not built
Nobody? Hey guys, yeah, start building models, otherwise it
Yeah.
will be very difficult. Okay, this is important. ठीक है? चलो ठीक है, let it be.
No,
Now,
problem is what happening now. I'll just tell you. We'll finish ML basic. What ML basic is over, ML2 will come. ML2 will come say that okay, what are the models we have learned that is not useful. Let's try for this model. Random forest. You learn random forest. After random forest, will something. So that's why we got confusion. Let's complete the course. That's what I was thinking.
Got it. Go guys. Always remember when you start building the models, when the practical thing I'm trying to tell you, it is, you know what happened? Let's say I have some data. Okay. And then what I did, I cleaned it up, feature engineering, all these 3 parts are done. Okay. After that, what I get is clean data, or you can say features, right? I will say features, right? Okay. Sorry for the spellings and other stuff, but you understand, right? Features. Now, what I have to do with this feature, I have to train the model. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now I will tell you a small trick, simple thing, not trick, guys. Any model you want to build, we created that whole list of model. Let me just close this down. I don't need this. I created this list, right? The whole list of all the models. If I tell you all these models are same, do you believe? Matlab same in training. What you have to do, just write it down. Model dot fit
Transform.
model dot predict. Do you guys believe this? These are the 2 lines you have to perform any of you, any model you want to train out of all of this. That's it. The game is about feature engineering, not this one. This is training part is nothing, no effort it takes. I'm telling you. So usually, just this is for your future. I'm just gonna tell you, you have to do just create a notebook, which write all the codes. One time effort only in your life. I'm telling you for next 3 years. What it will do, let's say you create a one notebook which solves one problem, right? Okay.
Hmm.
Here, everyone able to hear me, right,
Yeah,
guys?
yeah,
All
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, able
Yes,
to
right?
hear.
Yes.
Yeah. What you have to do, just solve one good problem. Good matlab proper problem. And create a notebook. Now what you will do? What we are trying to achieve? Let's say I want to classify dog versus cat. I will get the data, some features, and I will predict it's a dog or a cat. Example. Okay? What I will do is I will create a notebook and write all models in that same notebook, like logistic regression, random forest, decision tree, cat boost, or pata nahi, very hard models also, gradient boosting, this and that, है ना? I will tell you other things also. What I do is tell me and put up proper all the like right, confusion matrix, and confusion matrix everyone know, right?
Yeah, yeah, we know.
Yes.
है ना? Confusion matrix, proper accuracy, validations, everything, and put proper a structure. And also in the top part, right, put some basic EDAs, right? Now think about once you did all of this, when the new problem comes, what you will do? Just change the data reading part. Okay,
Hmm.
little bit feature engineering. That's it. All other codes will be, you don't have to even touch it. All your 20, 15, 10 models are there, right? The code never changes. You have to just run these three. In 10 minutes, you can train 10 models. You have to just change the first line of the data reading code. Only data changes, but the model training part remains same for life. Understood?
Yeah, understood the secret.
It's not a secret. I'm telling you this because 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 we are in the stage of machine learning where already everything is written down. You have to just choose the right parameters. Understood? There
Yeah.
comes. So now example, let me show you some very powerful amazing things. So I will share one by one this link, but first look into this. Okay, let's say this guy created this notebook. Okay, guys, everyone can see this notebook, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
Now
I can
I'm
see.
so just understand. So here is this guy is reading the data. Okay, only this
Hmm.
part if you change, nothing else you have to change. I will show you. This is see this. From here he start building the model. Okay. First thing, we can use the everyone can use this train test split. We split the data into training test. Correct?
Yes. Yeah. Max
This is
scale.
same for everything. Here, nothing he creates something which
Hmm.
can't be. Matlab, there is a common code for all. Now see, same code, just what he's doing, dot fit I told you, dot fit and dot predict, right? He just
Hmm.
in same code, he trained the model of a logistic regression with 81%. Decision tree, same thing, dot fit. See this, dot fit comes, same thing, he got 99% and 78%. Same thing, KNN, same code, dot fit. Where is dot fit? This is dot fit. Same code, see, dot fit of X train, Y train, X train, dot fit. He trained the KNN model, same thing. And this is not something this guy did. Anyone can do it. All the codes are same everywhere. Gaussian naive base, same thing, dot fit. SVC, same thing, dot fit. Random forest, same thing, dot fit. Same thing. Can you see all the models add a boost, dot fit?
Hmm.
Can
Yeah.
you see?
Yes.
Everything, this notebook, you can build 20 models. This is what model selection do. Now you have to select what model should I choose, right? So there are two part only. Number one, you have to build this all models, which you just copy paste from here, this whole code, and just change the first line of the code, right? And little bit feature engineering part you have to create by yourself because every data have their own feature engineering part. Then just run this line by line by shift enter all this and just check. Now tell me what is the best, guys. If you I give you 10, 20 models, how you will choose the best model? whose test results are best? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes,
Accuracy.
best result we can select for this model.
Number one. Number two, do you know what is, by confusion matrix, you will be knowing what is the F score, right? F1 score.
F score. F1 score.
देखो guys, read about it. It is the one of the best metric to understand which is the best model, comparing the best model. To calculate F1 score for all of these in the end, or you can just do this way, right? Everyone know, right? There's a confusion matrix code is there. है ना? Just see when you get the result, just see where is this F1. See, this is the F1 for class 0 and class 1. Correct? And you can check the average F1 score, what is coming. Whose F1 score is better, you can choose that model all out of all the models. If you want precision to be the best, your deciding factor, choose the precision. If recall, choose the recall. You can choose your own deciding factor, but now you have all the models are there, 20, 10, 12 model, 20 models are there. This notebook is completely ready. Create your own notebook. Which you have to just change the data, do some feature engineering, and just run all of these 10, 20 lines and you get the result. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes. But where is the validation here in this?
Yeah, 1 second. Huh? I'm just sharing this link, first link with you guys. Yeah, coming to the validation part. Very good question. So, abhi ye wala, everyone understood this part? अरे बाकी लोग yes तो बोल ही नहीं रहे हैं, बस एक ही बंदा बोल रहा है.
Yes, yes.
They have muted actually.
Okay. Awesome. ठीक है, तो this is the first part. I just shared the link also. Just copy paste, because when this chat closes, this is gone. This link is gone. You can search it. It's not like that, but I'm saying. Okay? Number one. So this is done. Now, guys, I'm just telling you one by one what can be the problem, right? Not problem. What is the process in the machine learning, right? Usually. Acha, tell me. Everyone know, right? Example, let's say random forest. How many of you read about random forest?
We read already.
Done or not done?
No, we have done.
Done.
No.
No, yes. अरे भाई क्या हो रहा है? एक बार यहाँ type कर दो. Please type it on the chat. Yes or no? Just read it about it. I'm not saying code it, but read about it. मतलब थोड़ा पढ़ा कि क्या क्या होता है random forest. Okay. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. So some people are saying yes. Some people are saying no. Because I think you guys are maybe behind or forward in your course, right? Depending on the module you are there. है ना? Okay. So what I will say is, example दे रहा हूँ. When we create a, अच्छा नाई बेस तो सही, KNN तो सबने पढ़ा है ना? Everyone know KNN, yes or no?
Yes.
Everyone, tell
Yes.
me what should be the K value.
5 to 10.
5 to 10, 5, 7. It's only means like it's
not
odd value.
5 to 10 always. It depends on the problem, right?
Yeah.
है ना?
Should be in odd numbers.
We need to find out the error, and accordingly we have to select the K.
Yes. So we have to select which is the right K value for our model, right? Now, देखो, even in this problem, right? If I showed you this one, right? This one, है ना? KNN. I think it took the default value, but maybe this accuracy can be increased if I choose the right K value. Yes or no?
Yes.
So there comes the second part of it. What is the second part, guys? The second part is you have all these models already written, right? You have to just add a simple thing. What is it? In each model, before starting, just add the what? Grid search. How many of you know what is grid search?
No, we heard about grid search, but what Prof told that it is time-consuming process. So
No, it can be time consuming. But, do you know what is a grid process, guys?
No.
Okay, so देखो क्या होता है grid process. What is a grid search होता है. There is a code in sklearn. देखो ये बहुत अच्छी चीज है. I'm telling you, this is one of the best things we use. sklearn. देखो industry level पे अगर कुछ करना है ना तो this is amazing. Grid search CV. Just search what is grid search CV. ठीक है, what it do. Usually क्या होता है? Example in random forest, right? I want to train a random forest, or I want to train this KNN. It has so many hyperparameters. How many of you know what is the hyperparameters?
It actually controls the behavior of
The model.
Model.
The model, right?
Correct? Yes. So think about it. Example, it tells me how complicated I can control the complicatedness of the model. Correct? Or I can make model more powerful, less powerful, right? And example in a decision tree, right? I will decide how many labels can be there in the decision tree, right? Or I can tell you, hey, there can be 2 leaf nodes, there can be 5 leaf nodes. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. These type of things I can control, but you never know by yourself. Can you tell in your mind, by your mathematical calculation in your mind, how much level should be there in the tree?
No.
No. So एक simple trick बताता हूँ. मतलब it's not a trick, it's a simple brute force, you can say. So this grid search CV, what it do in the sklearn, it will take your all the parameters in your algorithm, and you have to give the list like, hey, can you try like 1 to 30 levels in the decision tree plus 3 to 7 leaf nodes in the tree, all the combination. So what this will do, the validation data which you gave, right? This will take that validation data, a small set of your data, and try all the possibility of the grid. Why its name is grid means all the possibility. And the best accuracy you are getting, right, in that validation set will be chooses the best hyperparameters to use in this algo. And that hyperparameter you will take and train your model. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, once you start using this, you will forget anything other than, you will always use this. See this example. Let me show you some beautiful example of this. Example here, what it's doing is, it is training some SVM model. SVM, anyone know what is SVM? Support vector machines.
No.
Maybe you will learn this algo later, but इसमें क्या होता है? We have a kernel option and there is a C value. C value means how much you want to. You want to learn a linear kernel, linear decision boundary, or a circular decision boundary. Plus how much effectiveness you want to be. So there can be an option from 1, 10, 20, 30. So what it's trying to do, it will try all your data on the linear kernel with a value 1, linear value with the value of 10, RBF kernel with the value of 1, RBF value with the option of 10. You're getting my point? All the possibilities will try, all the combination of search, it will do a search, and which is the best accuracy you're getting, that it will return all the hyperparameter for you, and now you can train this amazingly. Understood? And maybe it is by saying how long I'm telling you so you can understand, but it's just a 2-3 line of code. You will tell all the hyperparameter in this one line, and you just give it in this grid CV search as a parameter. Then in the end, it will tell you what are the best parameters. That's it. Return you the best, and you will just put it there in the algorithm. It is a 5-minute thing, and you will get the best model. So what this will help you guys, till 1 second. Yeah. You are running these models, but now you are running these models with the best hyperparameters. So you will get the best accuracy of individual algorithms. Then you will just decide in the end by your simple F score or something, which is the best model. That's it. That's the whole machine learning in this one page. Okay. So, but now let me just give you some different options. So, the example, देखो यहाँ पर देखते हैं. जैसे, so I will show you some examples so you can understand. You remember, you just say, sir, what should be the right K value, right? I just asked you, right? Yes.
Yes.
So what I did, just put a grid search CV where I'm asking his to get a K value of all 1 to 50 and test it out. So what I just run grid search CV, model as KNN, grid. Grid means this is the all type of parameters I can value of K from 1 to 50, all values from 1 to 50 I took here, and just do the cross validation as 10. And I just fit the model. You know, previously, if I run the same accuracy, I am getting average accuracy of, I think, 95. Can you see this 91? Actually, standard 95, 91 ke beech mein, right? Yes. But
yes,
because of this grid search CV, I'm getting now 98% accuracy. And it will find out the best parameter is 13 to use in this algorithm. And see, the best when I use, I got 98% accuracy. This is amazing, right?
yes. 13.
Okay.
What is CV equal to 10 in that code?
No, it's a cross validation.
Cross
K is cross validation 10. Matlab it will divide the data into 10 or something.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't have to calculate. This will do automatically for you. And that's what I'm saying. So you can do this with each one. Okay, just search how to use grid search with random forest and this and that, decision tree and everything, and you will search how the beautiful this thing is. So this is how model selection work, guys. You select the best hyperparameters, then you will select the best model by just doing all the 10 models and see which is the best F1 score, and this is done. Nobody can beat you in the industry if you can do, if you are doing this way. You can do the whole thing in just half an hour or 1 hour, this whole everything. Maybe it took 3-4 hours in the feature engineering EDA part, but the whole modeling part, 10 model building in just half an hour or 1 hour. Then you will, no one will be able to beat you, right? Because this is all the 10 models, you are using the best hyperparameters, everything best. So how anyone can beat you? Somebody can beat you in the feature engineering, but the model training, you are the best. Yes.
उसका भी secret बताओ ना feature engineering का.
No, feature engineering, that's the art, right? Feature engineering is the part. I will tell you why. So you know, right? And let me just share this link also first with you. Right, this is the link. And there's a 2-3 things. I will come to that also. Very good question, guys. Now, the last link which I'm going to share you, this will change. There is a level 1 of where maybe you are right now. Maybe after doing what I told you today, you will be on level 2. But if you want to become an expert in machine learning, nothing, you are the best. This is the link you can do it. Why? Because guys, these guys tell you each of everything. A model can be deeply delved down, why something is working, why one model is behave better than that thing. Example, if I ask you why KNN model is why decision tree model is better than KNN, how many of you can tell me right away? Okay, so example, now I will tell you, see this regression versus decision tree. It will tell you what is the advantage and what is the disadvantage. Everything written line by line. What is the deep learning versus regression? What is the advantage versus different? K nearest versus regression. What is the best? Why they are working? What is not working with one? What type of data it will be better result? Everything deep down in this notes are written with diagrams and everything. If you do this, you are the one of the best person in machine learning in India, actually in the world. Okay, so this is the third link. So I told you, beginner to expert level, what you have to go through. This is written all in English. You have to just read and you will be the best, right? Now, can you repeat your question? Because this is the last thing what I will discuss. Very good question. Because so let's discuss this also. Can you repeat your question, ma'am, again? Hello. Hello. Somebody asked the question. I just said, yeah.
No, I just asking about feature engineering. Some techniques in feature
engineering. You just ask featuring. Why about it? So the thing is, see, you know, right? In Python, we do feature engineering. There is a dummy variable, right? Everyone know about dummy variables? Yes, no. Okay, guys, please unmute and tell me. Now, if yes or no.
No.
No. Rekha?
No, don't remember.
Acha, chalo. Acha, what is a feature in engineering? Tell me. Itna to pata hai na everyone. We have to process feature in such a way that our model is easily understand that thing. Example, if you give model your age, right? There is a age data. Let's say a loan prediction algorithm is there, and you will give the age thing. Now, age thing, if you give 41, 42, 43, some people have 44 age. Tell me, is like approval of loan 41 age person or 42 will make any difference much? No, right? No. So what is a better way to do it? Just divide all the ages into a group, like from lower than 18, 18 to 24, 24 to 35, 35 to 45, older people, not older people, right? And make this as a categorical variable, right? So this is a more easy thing, correct? And more it is easy to understand, right? Same thing, if you do some different type of feature created, so do the person like you who is a machine who understand this concept, right? Who do better feature engineering will get the better accuracy. Okay, so that's the game. That's why it's like an art. Feature engineering is an art. Who can understand the data can do better job it, because in the end model, anyone can do model fit, model predict, and these great search, because these are manual process. This feature engineering is something which is art. So that's why I'm going to tell you 99% of the time goes into feature engineering, EDA, missing value treatment and other stuff. 1% is there in the training part, which anyone can run this great search, CV and other stuff, right?
Sir, can I ask you a question? So basically, like in feature engineering, in my company, what they are doing is like they are using something called PDP plot, SHAP value, and things like that, in order to prioritize or find out, what kind of features we should be considering for the model out of like the multiple number of features that we have. Can you talk a little bit around that? Like, how do we like say we have a list of 55 or 60 features. How do we kind of
Right.
understand what are the best features that we should be using?
Right, very good question. So, what happened in to every algorithms, right? Example, random forest, right, or decision tree, or any type of these algorithms are built in. Feature selection options are there, where they will tell you to predicting what you want to predict. What are the best features helping in your data to predict it? Correct. So there is a feature you can read about it called feature importance part. So we will tell you, okay, out the example, there can be 200 columns. Maybe only 20 is giving you, like 20, only 20 is helping you to predict your predictor, right? Other 180 maybe not at all contributing something, right? So it will tell you, so you can only use those 20, focus on those 20 variables, right? So that's the game. So it will like your processing power reduced to like 1/10 of it, and other stuff also, right? So that's why we use feature importance part. So there is the algorithms which is there in random forest, and everyone have their own feature importance features, which will tell you the most 10 important features which is helping 20. You have to put your number, it will give you, and it will also tell you the contribution also, which features contributing most in predicting something, because that is very helpful in diagnose of the model key. If I want to, so example, if you are a market person, salesperson, if I want to know what, when I am launching a product, what people are liking, why they are buying the product, what is affecting the users, and these type of things, right? So with the help of these type of things, you can tell like which is affecting most, which feature is impacting the most. That's it.
Okay.
Even if you want, my screen is visible, right? So I can show you this. So it is like random forest. If example, I'm just showing you random forest example feature selection. Yeah, this is feature importance, feature selection. You can see, just see, go to any one of them and see how to, well, just search anything, just go. There is everyone have their own way to do it, but it's a very simple dot feature importance. I can show you, sir. It's there. Well, how it looks like. One sec. This is the one. See this. I think this is the one. Hmm. Yeah, this is the one. See this. I
Right.
just out of the whole data, it tells me, okay, this FLN weight, age, and capital gain and house per week is the most important, which is trying to predict something. I sorted them also out. So like this. And these guys sorted them also. You can do how to access this part. It's very simple. You have to just write dot feature importance. You see this CLF your model dot feature importance will tell you all the weightage and the this also. You can extract that.
Mhm.
Just go through it. Though it may be a little bit getting overwhelming here, or it's so much to learn. So you have to do this all one day, one by one day. Like every day, you have to a little bit learn something, and that's it. Okay,
Sure.
guys, time is over, but still, I'm okay. Time is not a big thing. But if somebody have a doubt, you can ask. Okay. So I think, guys, you received this feedback form. Na? If you like the session, please give the feedback. If you even don't like it, mother, just tell me what you do. That's it. Huh? It will help me to improve next time. है ना? बाकी तो क्या है? Hope you like the session, guys. है ना? I think I don't know. I shared this thing previously or not, but maybe some of you are new. So this is my LinkedIn. If you want to like connect with me for job opportunity, I posted usually. If you want to, you can have it, right? So this is me. You can just search like this Ayushman Gupta, है ना? I just pasted there in the message also. So I'm doing my who I am. If somebody don't know me, so guys, I am Ayushman Gupta. I think I have to tell this in the starting, but okay. So currently, I'm just showing you. So yeah. So I'm currently a solution architect in Kava Space Company, a space company, right? I'm also currently pursuing my doctorate degree also in machine learning, and in reinforcement learning. Yes. Yeah, I have almost 5 to 6 years of experience. I was into computer vision there and this and that, and then NLP also for 2 years currently. But I am doing in a space company, like doing space things. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Professor, can we have some good links from where we can get, some good insights of this ML?
Yeah, I gave you 3 links, right? This is one of the best. I'm telling you, agar if you still you want more than this now, so I'm telling you.
So the Kaggle one you have already shared. Okay.
No, Kaggle is the only source. This is the best source.
There is hundred of
Yes.
sources there, right? There can't be like ending of it, but still you want to do something very, very crazy thing. There is a book, a digital copy of the books is freely available. It have a lot of problems, lot of good resources are there. It is called Element of.
Actually, we have the theoretical knowledge, right? But we are not able to correlate this theoretical knowledge with the practical
Kaggle
knowledge.
have hundreds of questions. Just example, you want to learn linear regression, just go search in the Google Kaggle linear regression. There are hundreds of notebooks are there, hundreds of data sets are there, 800 of type of EDAs are there. You can go and just do all those things. I think nothing can go out of this.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Because the only thing which I will say, you guys don't have experience right now. For example, you go for a what we say. For example, if you say I just say when you go for an interview, right? And right now, if I go for there is no problem. Not that big thing because I already have a background of machine learning. But you guys are new. The only thing which is show your credibility is simply by what we say, your projects. So just do some good projects, better projects, depth projects. That's it. Right? Okay. Yeah, give the feedback thing, otherwise
Done.
It's done.
Done is fine. Whether I don't care much, but in the end, this like from the management I got here, did you not reminded these persons? So that's it. That's nothing.
No, it's done.
It's done
Chalo,
already.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you,
So I think
sir.
nice to meet you guys. Let's meet in
Thank
the
you.
next session. And next time, what I can do is what I'm now getting after like what we do some hands-on also. I mean, in the class itself, I will make you code for at least 2 or 3 models. And that will, I think, improve your coding skills also. Great. Sure. Okay, guys.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Have a nice
Okay,
day.
thank you.
Bye.